To chants of Boris. Boris. The Tory champion entered the Copper Box Arena in London's Olympic Park to inspire the faithful to use every minute before the polls close to make the final sprint for a golden future for the UK. After 2 Johnson videos and not 1, not 2 but 3 warm-up acts, the Prime Minister bounded onto the stage to a wave of cheers, whistles and applause. "Are you pumped, energised, motivated?" bellowed Bozza, saying, "I seriously hope so, because we have a national duty between now and 10 p.m. tomorrow to find every vote we can to save our country from disaster." He said a yawning chasm lay before the country between 2 futures, a Labour one of division, despair and deadlock, and a Tory one of getting Brexit done to unleash Britain's potential and take the country forward. Every time the PM mentioned Jeremy Corbyn there were boos, every time he mentioned Nicola Sturgeon there were louder ones. Warning of a Corbyn-Sturgeon coalition of chaos, he quipped, "We know who would wear the trousers in that relationship." Bozza might have been in the Copper Box Arena, but his victory in today's poll is far from copper-bottomed. A mile away in Hoxton Docks and not far from his constituency home, Jeremy Corbyn was rallying the troops for one last time. Warmed in the socialist echo chamber, the Labour leader attacked his 3 key enemies, Boris Johnson, Donald Trump and the pro-Tory mediocrity. After once again decrying the prospect of a UK-US sweetheart trade deal that would involve selling off the precious NHS, Mr. Corbyn launched his fire at the denizens of what used to be Fleet Street. "The media attacks on us over 4.5 years have been relentless," bemoaned the chief comrade. "But I am not deterred by them. It makes me more determined," he insisted to cheers from the Labour faithful. The self-styled tribune of the many urged his supporters to deliver a clear message to the few. "Tomorrow, you can shock the establishment by voting for hope. Hope for yourself. Hope for your family. Hope for your community. Hope for our NHS. Hope for our country." Another comradely roar erupted. Earlier, Jo Swinson chose a rather more modest venue for her parting rally, the basement of an LGBTQ bar in Wimbledon, lit, appropriately enough, by tangerine lights. The faithful huddled together in the small space holding their campaign orange lozenges as their heroine arrived half an hour late in her campaign coach. Beaming, as always, she was greeted by colleagues and drag queen Rose Zinfandel, suitably attired in an orange dress and a long orange wig. To shouts of "Jo, Jo, Jo," the hooting and hollering crowd greeted their leaderine, who praised the local Lib Dem troops for their tireless work in what she admitted had been a tough campaign. Insisting we can still stop Brexit. For more on this story, visit the news article link.